ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
असन्दिग्धम्
आरभत विश्वतो मुखम्
सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम्
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
अनवद्यं च
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः
सूत्रविदो विदुः
अयिवुन् ऋलग् एओङ् ऐ औच् हयवरट् लन् न्यमाङ्गणम् छभै खडधश् जबगडदश् खप छठथ चततौ कपै शशकर हल इति माहेश्वराणि सूत्राणि अकुह विसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः इति यशानां तालु ऋटुरषाणां मूर्धा लुतुलसानां दन्ताः ऊपू उपध्मानीयानाम् ओष्ठौ ञामागाण्डनानां नासिका च एतैतो गोकण्ठतालु ओदौ तो गोकण्ठ ओष्ठम्
ओदौतोः
कंठ
कंठ ओष्ठम्
वकारस्य दन्त ओष्ठम्
वकारस्य
वकारस्य दन्त
ओष्ठम्
ओष्ठम्
जिह्वा मूलीयस्य जिह्वा मूल्यम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य
जिह्वा मूल्यम्
मूल्यम्
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
नासिका अनुस्वारस्य
अनुस्वारस्य
रामो राजमनिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे।
रामो
रामो
राजमणिः सदा
राजमणि सदा
विजयते
विजयते
रामं
रामं रमेशं
भजे
भजे।
रामेणाभिगता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः।
रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै
रामाय
नमः
तस्मै नमः।
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्।
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं
परतरं
रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
दासोऽस्म्यहम्।
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर।
रामे
चित्तलयः
भवतु मे
भवतु
भो
मे
राम
राम
मामुद्धर
मामुद्धर।
संहितैकपदे नित्या
संहितैकपदे
नित्या
नित्या धातोपसर्गयोः
नित्या
धातुपसर्गयोः
नित्या समासे वाक्ये तु
नित्या
समासे वाक्ये तु
सा विवक्षाम् अपेक्षते।
सा
विवक्षाम् अपेक्षते।
So we are seeing Pararupa Sandhi. I think we have done.
Yes, Guru.
So you have to remember this Pararupa Sandhi, Purvarupa Sandhi, Avarnanta Upasarga followed by a dhatu, then it will be replaced by Pararupa. Avarnanta Upasarga followed by a dhatu. If it is a Nama dhatu, then Pararupam, what will happen? If it is a Nama dhatu, Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaranta Nama dhatu. That is also important. But to say Rikaranta Nama dhatu, that is the previous one.
Optional.
There is an optionality. That is, comes here. That is Vriddhi Sandhi. Akaranta, Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaradi Nama dhatu, Vriddhi will be the Pararupa Vriddhi, and that Vriddhi will be optional if it is Rikaradi Nama dhatu. This is Vriddhi Sandhi. It is connected to Pararupa Sandhi. How it is connected? In terms of Apavada. In Pararupa Sandhi, we have seen in the last class. Pururupa we know. Pararupa, Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Yang letter. Then Pararupam will happen. This is Pararupa Sandhi number 1. Yengi Pararupam. Avarnanta Upasargat. Then followed by Yang letter. That is Dhatu beginning with Yang letter. Then Pararupa will be the Adesha. Generally, what will happen? Vriddhi will happen. Therefore, this is Apavada to Vriddhi. So, Pararupa Sandhi, Apavada to Vriddhi. And Apavada to Pararupa again will go back to Vriddhi Sandhi. When the form of in dhatu, eti, yeshi, yemi, etc., and edr dhatu follows an avarna, avarnanta upasarga you can take, then what will happen? Then vriddhi will be the adesha. Purva parayogastane vriddhi adesha bhavati. This is apavada 2. This is apavada 2 pararupa sandhi. So you can note Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaradi Dhatu, then it is Vriddhi Sandhi. If it is followed by a Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, then Vriddhi Sandhi is optional. That is Avarnanta Upasarga and Dhatu. That is a topic. What will happen? Pararupa or Vriddhi? That is a question. So if it is Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaradi Dhatu, just Rikaradi Dhatu, then Vriddhi Sandhi. If it is Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, then Vriddhi Sandhi is optional. Then Guna also can happen. If it is Avarnanta Upasarga followed by the form of Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Dhatu, beginning with the yang letter Gevo, then Pararupa will happen, not Vriddhi, Apavada to Vriddhi. Avarnanta Upasarga followed by the form of In Dhatu and Edr Dhatu, then what will happen? Pararupa will not apply, Vriddhi will happen. So the four things you can remember. It all talks about with regard to Avarnanta Upasarga, followed by what? That matters. Followed by number 1, Rikaradi Dhatu, number 2, Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, number 3, followed by Yang Ekaradi, not Ekaradi, Ekare Dhatu or Okaradi, Ekaradi Dhatu or Okaradi Dhatu. That is Pararupa. If it is followed by the form of the In Dhatu and Edr Dhatu, then what will happen is Vriddhi will happen. So these are the four things you have to set it clear in your mind. Okay. I think up to this we saw Pararupa Sandhi, Apavada to Pararupa Sandhi, number 1, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. When I in the asked, I talked about some this sutram, etc. Okay, that is not required. I just give it's all additional information. So if you remember these 4 points, it is very well, it's good. These are the important 4 things. Other Vartikas are there, those are not important. These 4 are important. In the Purva Padam, Avarnanta Upasarga, that is fixed. In the Para Padam, if it is Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, or Rikaradi Dhatu, or Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, or followed by Ekaradi Dhatu or Okaradi Dhatu, that is called, that is Yang Dhatu, Yenga, that is Dhatu beginning with the Yang letter. Other one is Rupam of In Dhatu or Edr Dhatu. These are the 4 things. If you remember the 4, then you understand this Vriddhi Apavada, the Pararupa Vriddhi, this you know it. Okay, then we will continue. After this we have seen, then we will move on. Any doubt here? Yes, please ask you a little bit louder. Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Guruji, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, Guruji, so the previous example you said Avarna followed by Rikaranta Dhatu will become Vriddhi. So it is Apavada to Gunasandhi, right?
Avarnanta followed by
Rikaranta Dhatu.
Rikaranta, not Rikaranta Dhatu, Rikaradi Dhatu.
Rikaradi Dhatu.
Okay.
So that is Apavada to Gunasandhi.
Apavada to Gunasandhi. How it can be Apavada to Gunasandhi? Yeah, okay. Apavada to Gunasandhi. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, there will never be that Adesha will never come, is it?
Why not? This is only for a specific purpose. Avarnanta Upasarga only. If it can be Brahma plus Rishi, Brahma is not Upasarga. Brahma Rishi.
Oh, only for Upasarga. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Don't forget the clause. Avarnanta Upasarga. There are so many Upasargas or the Upasarga ending with other than Avarna. So you can think it will happen. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good.
This is only for Upa, Para, etc. Only those Upasargas. Avarnanta Upasarga. That's why I said Avarnanta Upasarga is common for the Purva Padam. And the Parapadam only changes. What are the changes in the Parapadam possible? One is Rikaradi Dhatu, number 1. Then Vriddhi Sandhi. Rikaradi Nama Dhatu, then Vriddhi Sandhi is optional, then Guna also can happen. That is number 2. Third one, Yang Dhatu, that is Ekaradi Dhatu or Okaradi Dhatu. Then what will happen? If it is Ekaradi or Okaradi, Yengi Pararupa Sandhi will happen. If it is a Rupam, number 4, if it is a form of In Dhatu or Edr Dhatu, then Vriddhi will happen. This is what I said. So, Purva Padam is set 1. That is common for all. Parapadam only changes. If you remember this four, then there will not be confusion. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Then we'll continue. Pararupa Sandhi, number 2. I just named number 1, number 2, number 3 because so many things are there. Vriddhi also, many things are there. Okay. Pararupa Sandhi, number 2. Please follow what I'm saying. To the words belonging to Shakandhvadi Gana. To the words belonging to Shakandhvadi Gana, both the preceding T and the succeeding Ach will be replaced by the Pararupam. What do you understand? What is Shakandhvadi Gana? Gana meaning group. What group? Gana meaning group. But what group? It is a Dhatu Gana. No. Panini Maharishi had written 5 granthas, Pancha Grantaha. They are called Upadesha. What are they? You know what are they?
One is Linga Anushasanam.
Okay.
Other one is
Important one is what? Ashtadhyayi, right?
Ashtadhyayi. Yeah.
You are not supposed to forget that. Another one is that also important. Dhatu Pata.
Yep. Dhatu Pata.
How can you forget all these 2 important things? Sutra Pata, Dhatu Pata is first. Then comes Ganapata, Unadi Sutra, Linga Anushasana. Okay. Sutra Pata, otherwise called Ashtadhyayi. Sutrams are all Ashtadhyayi only. It is in the Ashtadhyayi. So Sutra Pata, Dhatu Pata, 2 important primary books, Grantha, which we often refer. And Unadi Sutra and Ganapata. That's something called Ganapata. Gana means don't confuse with the Ghana, that Vedic chanting. That is not the Gana. Gana here it is. That is Ghanapata. Here Gana meaning group. The words are grouped. The words, a collection of words. The words are collected and they are grouped. That is for not, that is the grouping of words. It's done, not all the words. I mean, here it's Shakandhvadi. Shakandhvadi Gana is a group. Shakandu, Adi means beginning. The group beginning with the word Shakandu. So Panini Maharishi has listed few words in this group, and the group beginning with the word Shakandu. So the words in this group will have Pararupa. Whenever these words come, Pararupa Sandhi will happen. So like that, there are many words are there. Many groups are there, many words are there. So grouping of words based on the common or similar operation performed on it, the words are grouped. The grouping of words based on the similarity of operation or similarity of the changes happen either by the application of the rules, they are placed in the respective groups. They are called the Ganapata. There is nothing else. So there are many such groups are there. Ganapata, it is also a Grantha. See, the purpose of Ganapata, that group is there are some words are there, different ganas are there, different words are there in the group. These words, when they come, they will follow certain rules. For those words, Panini Maharishi, they didn't want to write the sutra. Otherwise, sutra will increase. So you just put them in a common basket, common group. This set of words, will follow certain rules. Another set of words will follow certain rules. Like that, yes, group. And some certain set of words are there, which will take this pratyaya. That's called grouping of words. And some groups are open. Open means the words can be added. And some groups are closed. Only those words. Only those words are there. Whatever words are grouped by Panini Maharshi, only those words. You cannot add words into that. And some words are Akratigana, open group, open loop, that you can add. So the Ganapata is there. So Shakandu is a beginning of the Gana, the group, and the group is called Shakandvadi Gana. What are the words in that group, if you ask? These are the words. Shakandu is one word. Manisha, the word is there in the group. Patanjali, the word is there in the group. Kakandu, this word also is there in the group. Like that, few words are there in the group. That's why the group is called Shakandvadi Gana, because the group beginning with Shakandu, the word. The word is there in the language, and the group as Shakandu as a first word. So there may be any number of words. That group also, the number of words in the group may differ. Not that all the groups should have the same number of words. Not like that. The grouping based on the similar set of operation performed. Now, to the words belonging to Shakandvadi Gana, the words which are there in the Shakandvadi Gana, what will happen to those words? This Pararupa Sandhi number 2 is applied. That will be applied. Both, what is that? We'll see. Both the preceding T and the succeeding H will be replaced. You know what is T? T is a Sanya, it's a name. Like we have Guna, it's a name. Sanya, Vriddhi is a Sanya. Savarna is a Sanya. It is a Sanya. Pratyahara is a Sanya. Upada is a Sanya. Sarvadhataka Sanya. Ardhadhataka Sanya. Like that. Dhatu also Sanya only. Dhatuhu Sanya. Similarly, T also is a Sanya. But there is a difference in the Sanya. One is the Sanya T it's a Akritrima Sanya. It's a Kritrima Sanya. T is a Kritrima Sanya. It is a created one. It is not a natural Sanya. See, Guna meaning, Guna is the word is in the language also. Of course, in the language it means different. Guna meaning characteristics, or Guna means rope, but that is not the meaning in the context of grammar. The grammar, Guna is a technical term. Guna means Guna only. Similarly, Vriddhi is Vriddhi only. Similarly, It letter is It. Dhatuhu, that is Sanya. The word Dhatuhu, Dadati, Poshati, Viti Dhatuhu, that which nourishes the language, that's called Dhatuhu. So Dhatuhu is a Sanya. These are natural Sanya. Sanyas are not created. It is the word is there, and that is assigned to that Sanya is assigned to a set of thing or a particular thing. Whereas T is artificially created. It is artificial. Kritrima Sanya. What is T? T is a group of letters beginning from the last H to the end. That is called T. You say a word. For example, you take the word Pararupam itself, you take. Pararupam. What is the last vowel of the word Pararupam?
Akara.
Huh?
Akara of the pa.
Okay, what is the last H of the word? I have to ask. What is the last H, last vowel of the word Pararupam?
Yeah, Akara, Guruji.
Akara.
After.
Okay, last vowel. Akara. That pa is a Pakara plus Akara. Starting
that's
from Akara up to Makara. That is Is called T.
Okay.
Is called T. Now let us take the word Varna. What is the last touch of the word Varna?
Akara.
Akara.
That is the T letter. T letter of Varna is A. What is the last letter of the word Sandhi? Sandhi you take, so not Visarga. Sandhi alone you take.
E.
Ikara.
E is a T letter.
First one Ikara.
Yes.
E is a T. Udaharanam, the word you take. What is the last H?
Akaram of the
Akara.
Starting from the last vowel up to the end, we have to take. So, last vowel is Akara. The last letter is Makara. Therefore, is the T letter.
E.
So, the group of letters starting from the last H to the end of the word. That is called T. So, T means it doesn't really, it's not a natural name. It's an artificial name, right? Just a name T, that's all. You cannot ask why it is called T. Just what name you will give otherwise this? I want to give a name to this. What name we can give? You cannot give any the name which are there in the language. There is no word to it, right? In English also we don't have any word for that. Starting with the last vowel up to the end. What word we have? Just he names it T. That's all. That's a sutram. Achontyadi T. Okay. Now you understand what is a T?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Ji.
Now, Shaka, if you take, what is a T?
Akara.
T letter.
Akara.
Akara.
Manas, if you take, what is a T letter?
As.
As.
Patat, what is a T letter?
At.
Kaka,
Akara.
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 Haswakara.
So that is what he says. Both the preceding T, whatever T letters you mentioned for these words, the T letter and the following vowel, H, both will be replaced by Pararupam. What is a Pararupam? Following H, right?
Following H.
The following H will be the replacement in the place of both the preceding and succeeding. Preceding T letter and succeeding H. Now you see the example. Shaka plus Anduhu. What is the last letter of Shaka?
Akara.
Akara.
And the first letter of the following?
Akara.
Akara.
What is supposed to happen? A plus A.
Savarna Dirgha Sandhi.
Savarna Dirgha.
But that will not happen. Not Shakanduhu, it is Shakanduhu. That is the word, first word of this group. The group itself is Shakandvadi. But the Shakandu is a combination of two words, Shaka plus Andu. But Savarna Dirgha Sandhi doesn't happen. A plus A is Pararupa Sandhi. By this rule, that is the list of words in this group, Shakandvadi group, where the last letter of the preceding, last T letter, not last letter, Shamitam, the T letter of the preceding, the T letter of the preceding and the H letter of the following, both will be replaced by the following form. That is Pararupa. So Shaka plus Anduhu is Shakanduhu only, not Shakanduhu. Similarly, Manas plus Isha, it is also one word. It is also one word in the Shakandvadi Gana. The T letter of the preceding, which is us, and the following H, E, both will be replaced by what? The following. Following is
E.
following H. So Manas plus Isha is Manisha.
Manisha.
That is why I get Manisha, the word. Manasaha Ishte iti Manisha. Manisha Panchakam is there. That Manisha you get by this word. Two words are there. Manas plus Isha. Not Manas Isha. You cannot just do Melanam. Because this word is there in this group and the Sandhi has happened because of Pararupa Sandhi. So the letters in this group have undergone Pararupa Sandhi. Instead of writing one sutram for each word like this, Panini Maharishi just put them in a group and say this will undergo Pararupa Sandhi. That is easy, no? That is easy to accomplish. Otherwise, 4,000 sutras are not sufficient. You have to write 40,000 sutras. So many words are there. How to form sutras? So number of sutras also have to be minimum. You cannot keep on writing so many sutras. So, therefore, since these set of words undergo Pararupa Sandhi, we just put them in one group. And the group is named after the first word, Shakandu, Shakandvadi Gana. Understand? Yes.
Yes, Ji.
Yes.
Next
Yes,
one you
Guruji.
take, Patanjali, Patat plus Anjalihi. This is also one of the word in the Shakandvadi. And the T letter of the preceding, that is At, and the following H. So At plus A is equal to A only, Pararupam. So for Patanjali, you get. So Patanjali is a Shakandwadi Gana word, which also have undergone Pararupa Sandhi. Similarly, Kakanduhu, Kaka ending with A, that is a T letter, of course, T letter. And not Kakanduhu, but Kakanduhu, Pararupa Sandhi. So this is the Pararupa Sandhi number 2, and this the Vartika Kara says Shakandvadishu Pararupam Vachyam. Pararupam should be told for the words which are in the Shakandvadi Gana. Iti Vartika Kara adds. Panini Maharishi didn't write Sutram for this, and therefore Vartika Kara says under the context of the Pararupa Sandhi, the words in this group also will undergo Pararupa Sandhi. Okay. This Sandhi is also not that much important. You have to know, if you come across the word Manisha and all, you have to know, okay, this Pararupa Sandhi has happened. But in the context, you know what is a T letter. T means a technical word. That is very important. We will see the usage of that Sanya T in Atmanipadi Pratyas and all. Okay. Understand this?
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Guruji.
So this
Yes,
is a
Guruji.
Vartikam under Pararupa Sandhi. Pararupa Sandhi is what? Don't forget, Yengi Pararupam, right? When Yeng letter follows what? Avarnanta Upasarga. Then Purva and Para will be replaced by Pararupam. That is what we saw. Pararupa Sandhi number 1. Under Pararupa Sandhi, Shakandvadi words also, Shakandvadi Gana words also undergo Pararupa Sandhi. That is Pararupa Sandhi number 2. Then number 3. Number 3, interesting. Please, you have to pay attention. That is in a Samasa context. In a Samasa context, in a compound situation, when O2 is a word, okay? It's a Shabda. O2 is a Shabda, not a Dhatu. Dhatu and it's a word. Similarly, Oshta means lip. Oshta is a word. When these two specific words, O2 and Oshta, follows an Avarna. Follows an Avarna. It means Avarna is a preceding, right? What is Avarna means? What does it mean, Avarna?
I and Dirka.
Not the same vowel.
Rasvakara or Dirgha Akara. That's called Avarna, right? Avarna. Stands for A or A. So O2 Shabda, Oshta Shabda. What will happen? You tell me. A plus O. What will happen? What's supposed to happen? What's Sandhi? A plus O.
Ayavaya Sandhi, Guruji.
Come on. How can it be Ayadi Sandhi?
Vriddhi Sandhi, Guruji.
Vriddhi Sandhi.
Vriddhi.
How should have.
A plus O is out. A plus O is what? Avarnanta followed by H letter will be replaced, both will be replaced by Vriddhi. What Ayadi? How can be Ayadi? Ayadi is H letter followed by H letter. In a Samasa context, what happens when Avarna is followed by this two Shabda, either O2 or Oshta, that is the preceding letter is Avarna, and the following preceding letter Avarna, or Avarna is therefore Akara also we can take. Okay, the preceding letter A or A, the following letter is O. Then what will happen? Both are replaced by Pararupam. This is only for O2 and Oshta. It's only for O2 and Oshta. Following, then the both will be replaced by the Pararupa letter optionally, that also optionally only, not a must for Otu and Oshta. Now, you see there. Odautoho, what is that?
Kantatalu.
Odautoho Kantatalu.
Kantaushtam.
Odautoho Kantaushtam. Edaitoho Kantatalu.
Odautoho Kanta Oshtam. Kantoshtam. Two words are there, right? One is Kanta, other one is Oshta. So therefore it is a compound, right? Samasa. Two words are there and they are represented in singular. Kantascha, Oshtascha, Kantoshtav, you can say. That is one type of samasa, Iterator Dvanda samasa. Collectively, you can say as Ekavachanam. That is also possible. That is Kantoshta. Here Kanta plus Kanta. Kantaha cha, Oshtaha cha. Kanta tayoho samaharaha. Collection of both, the both in singular. Now it will be Kanto, Kanta Oshtam. It is singular. But samasa only. Please note. Okay. See, what I'm saying is Ramaha cha, what? Two Ramas are there. What do you say?
Ramu.
Ramu. Many Ramas are there. Then
Ramaha.
Ramaha cha, Ramaha cha, Ramaha cha, Ramaha cha, Ramaha cha, Ramaha cha. Ramaha only. Simply you can say Ramaha. Bahuvachana. If only two Ramas are there, Ramaha cha, Ramu. That is what samasa is. If it's of Rama, I will suppose if we replace second Rama by Lakshmana, Ramaha cha, Lakshmanaha cha, then what is that?
Rama Lakshmana.
Rama Lakshmana. If I say Ramaha cha, Lakshmanaha cha, Bharataha cha, Shatrugnaha cha, Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaha, Bhagavachan, because four people are, right? Based on the number, the Vachanam is taken, right? That is one type of samasa, simple samasa that is. It's called Itaretarats Dvanda samasa. Dvanda samasa, that much you know. And that is another type of Dvandva where all the numbers, any number may be there, but they are put it in singular. Okay, that's called Samahara Dvandva. So here, Kanta, Oshta, two things are there, but it is put in singular. You are follow what I am saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Guruji.
Kantoshtam, Kanta, Oshtam. Therefore, this is a samasa. This is samasa. What is the Purva letter? Kanta. Ending with what letter?
Akara.
Akara. Kanta. Followed by
Oh.
Okara.
Ukara.
So A plus O, what will happen?
O or Au.
A
Both.
plus O is supposed to be Au. Right?
Yeah.
In a samasa context, in this sutra, in this rule, what we are saying now, in a samasa context, the preceding the word ending with akara, avarna, the following word, if it's a otu or oshta, that is what we saw, right? Then both will be replaced by pararupa optionally. Optionally. Therefore, kanta plus oshta, a plus o, oshta the word, following word, right? So a plus o can be replaced by o, pararupa. Therefore, odhautoho kantoshtam can say, and that is optional. Otherwise,
Kantaoshtam.
Kantaushtam it will be.
Yeah.
It will be said. Odhautoho Kantaushtam. So that's why I left it as it is, because we will learn this Sandhi that time I would say. That's why I left. Otherwise I would have done then Sandhi that time itself Kantaushtam. I didn't do because this was going to come. That's why I left it as it is. So you can chant it as Odhautoho Kantoshtam, that is Pararupa Sandhi, or Odhautoho Kantaushtam also you can do, but that is Vriddhi Sandhi. So in a samasa context, this Pararupa Sandhi is optional for the word Otu and for the word Otu and Oshta. If it follows, Otu and Oshta follows the Avarna, Avarnanta word. The example here, Kanta is the Avarnanta word. Similarly, Danta is Avarnanta, followed by Oshta. Vakarasya, Dantoshtam or Dantaushtam. Understand? So, now coming back here, in the context of Samasa, when Otu Shabda and Oshta Shabda follows an Avarna, then both can be replaced by Pararupam optionally. Now we see the examples. Stula plus Otuhu, A plus O. If you do Pararupa Sandhi, you have the form Stula, Stulotuhu. If you do Prati Sandhi, Stulotuhu. Bimba plus Oshta. Oshta is the following one. Follows what? Avarnanta. Therefore, Bimboshtaha or Bimbhoshtaha. Similarly, Danta plus Oshtam. For example, Pakarasya, Dantoshtam or Dantoshtam. Is it clear? This is
Yes, Guruji.
specific for Otu Oshta. Otoshta yogo samase va means optionally. In the context of Samasa, Pararupa Sandhi is optional for the word Otu and Oshta following Avarnanta word. That is what the Sandhi is. Understand? Yes.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
So there are so many Pararupa Sandhi you have to remember. Starting from what? Starting from Yang letter.
Engi par.
When Yang letter follows Avarnanta, Upasarga, Avarnanta word, not Upasarga. Just you can say Avarna, right? Then what will be the form? Pararupa.
Pararupa.
Avarnanta. When Yang letter, okay. Upasarga is therefore we can say Dhatu, okay. And Avarnanta Upasarga is followed by Yang letter. Yang letter means that has to be Dhatu. Upasarga is therefore Dhatu beginning with Yang letter, then Pararupa. This is number one. And number two is Shakandvadi. For the words in the Shakandvadi Gana, Pararupa Sandhi is ordained. And number three, when Otu and Oshta Shabda follows Avarnanta, both will be replaced by Pararupa. This is optionally. This is Pararupa Sandhi number three. Starting from Engi Pararupa. Avarnanta Upasarga followed by the Dhatus. Then number four. Shall we move to the fourth one? Yes?
Yes, Ji.
Yes. Pararupa Sandhi number four. I teach you everything, you just think over all these things, okay? Now you see, when Om Shabda, Om is Om only, Pranava, Om. When Om Shabda and Ang Upasarga, Ang is Upasarga. What is Upasarga? Prefix. There are about 20 prefixes out there, Upasargas. One of them is Ang. That's what we say, Agachati, right? Gachati, Agachati. That's Ang Upasarga. If you add, that meaning changes. Going becomes coming. Gam dhatu, gam to go. That becomes come. So Ang Upasarga. So Om Shabda and Ang Upasarga follows Avarna. So Avarna is very important. All over Avarna only. Starting from where? Gunasandhi onwards. Gunasandhi, Vriddhi Sandhi is what? Avarna followed by ik letter is, that is Guna. Avarna followed by
H letter.
H letter, Vriddhi. Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaradi Dhatu. Avarnanta Upasarga followed by Rikaradi Nama Dhatu. Avarnanta followed by the Dhatu beginning with the Yang letter. Everywhere same, right? Avarnanta followed by the form of the In Dhatu. All Avarnanta, Avarnanta, Avarnanta. So Avarnanta is very important. Not only here. What about in Visarga Sandhi? Visarga preceded by A, followed by A. Remember?
Yes, Guruji.
What will happen to
Guruji.
that room? Room will be replaced by
Who?
Who. Then becomes Guna O. Then Pararupa Sandhi.
Pararupa.
You have to remember, I hope you all remember. Room preceded by A, followed by A. Room preceded by A, followed by Hush. Yes?
Yes, Acham
Similarly,
Hash.
Room preceded by A, followed by Ash letter. Yakara will come. Ukara Desha, Yakara Desha. All those things I hope you remember. You have to recall.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes,
Yes,
I have to remember that. Okay. So that Avarna, the Avarnanta as the preceding one is important. Then some change will happen. It's very important. Any other letter comes, it's not a problem. But if it's Avarna, then you have to be double cautious. Something will happen. So here Om Shabda Nam Upasarga follows an Avarna. Then both the Purva and Para will be replaced by Pararupam. Like Shivaya Om Namaha. Shivaya, Chaturthi Bhakti of Shiva. Like Ramaya. Om is that A plus O. We can do Sandhi. Shivaya Om Namaha. Shivaya Om Namaha. A plus O. What is supposed to happen? A plus O.
Vriddhi.
Au.
Oh.
Oh,
So it should have been Shiva Om,
Au.
but it will not. When Om Shabda follows, it will be Pararupa only. Okay. When Om Shabda follows, Pararupa Sandhihi. So A plus O is Om only, Pararupa Sandhi only. Understand? This is Om Shabda. Followed by Avarnanta. Sorry, the Avarnanta precedes. Avarnanta followed by Om. Therefore, Avarnanta it could be Rasvakara or Dirgha. It can be anything. So, A plus O. Then, the next one, Ang Upasarga. This you have to pay attention. Shiva is Avarnanta word. The preceding word is Avarnanta, ending with Akara. Followed by what? Followed by what letter?
Yeah.
But followed by A. It is not Ang, right?
yes.
Then how it is that? Followed by Ekara. So A plus A, what will apply?
I.
A plus A is I only. Right?
Yes.
But what is Yegi? No. What do you think Yegi? What is this Yegi is? Think what is this Yegi is?
The in dhatu.
Exactly. Indatu is that.
Yes.
Indatu Rupam, we have seen. Indatu
Yes,
Rupam
Guruji.
is Eti, Yeshi, Yemi only. Where is that Yegi?
Yes.
Yegi is not there.
Mm.
It is a form of the Indatu, but that Indatu as the Upasarga Ang. See, in the Dhatu is in, content is only E only. The Nakara is the letter. E means the Dhatu go. That's the meaning. E to go. Like gum to go. It's only E to go. So that we saw in the last class. E. Eti. Saha Eti. Saha Eti means he goes. Agam Emi means I go. Understand? Gacchati, gacchami. That is the meaning. Now, Agacchati, agacchami. How do you say if you add A upasarga? Right? Agam agacchami. Saha agacchati. That with ang upasarga, the meaning it becomes go will become come. So A plus E will become ang upasarga. A plus E plus what will happen? I just write here. For your understanding, I'll delete it. E plus tip pratyaya. Tip pratyaya. What will be the form? Eti. I told you that is a second gana. So gana vikarana will come, shap will come, and shap. Those things are not required in this context, but still, for the complete understanding, I say. Shap will come, shap will go away. Therefore, it is E plus tip only, and E will undergo guna. Therefore, Eti is the form you get, right? This we saw in last class.
Yes, Guruji.
Now, Eti means goes. Now, comes, how do you say? You add the upasarga, A plus Eti will become A plus
I.
upasarga.
I should.
I should come.
Yes,
Vriddhi should come.
Vriddhi.
yes, it will become
Aiti.
Anyway, this is just to show you. Eti is nothing but gachati. Agachati, the meaning is different, right? Agachati. Similarly, here, this in dhatu with the ang upasarga, what will happen? In means to go, and with ang upasarga is, it means come.
Come.
And yegi is lot lakara. Remember Mundaka Upanishad, yegi iti tamahuteha suvarchasaha, that the people who have done karma, when it goes to Surgaloka, devatas welcome. Yegi, please come, please come. That is the meaning. Yegi is a lot lakara, madhyama purusha ekavachanam. Yegi, please come, please come. That how this word yegi is derived from the in dhatu with the ang upasarga. That in dhatu, please note this. Now, the in dhatu, I have written yeti. In dhatu, lot lakara, madhyama purusha is ihi only. Ihi means what? Go. Ihi means go. This is lot lakara, madhyama purusha ekavachanam. Lot lakara, madhyama purusha ekavachanam is he. You may ask, why is not sip? Yes, of course it was sip only. The sip is replaced by he, and it is no more with. All those things are extra information. Don't worry about that. Just know. Lot lakara, madhyama purusha, ekavachanam of in dhatu is ihi. E plus he, no guna, nothing happens here. Ihi only. Ihi means what? Go. You go.
Go.
You come, how do I say? You add ang upasarga.
A plus ihi.
A plus ihi will become A plus E is what sandhi?
Guna sandhi.
Guna sandhi.
Will become yegi.
Ehi.
Ehi.
That yegi, the word alone is here.
Okay.
That
Okay.
word yegi alone is that. And here ye is a combination of A plus E, that is ang plus in.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes,
So
Guru.
the yegi, the word has got the upasarga ang. Understand? Therefore, A plus A is nothing but A plus ang upasarga.
Gu plus E.
If that is the case, what will happen by this rule? When Om Shabda or Ang Upasarga follows Avarnanta, both will be replaced by the Pararupam. Therefore, Shiva plus Egi. Oh Lord Shiva, please come. That's the meaning. A plus A will become Ye.
Ye.
Both will be replaced by Ye. Shivehi. That is a Rupam. Similarly, Ava plus Egi will become
Abehi.
Ava plus E.
Avehi, not Avehi. Please note.
Yes.
Is it Avehi? No. Yegi has got the upasarga on. Therefore, it is. You all follow what I'm saying? Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guru.
Yes, Guruji.
So this is by the rule when Om Shabda and this Ang Shabda follows Avarnanta, then what happens? Pararupa will apply. Therefore, Avehi. This is again Apavada to Vriddhi Sandhi. Vriddhi will not apply. This is in the case of Om Shabda is very clear, that's simple. Whereas Ang is, this is the example. We will see Kaivalya Upanishad later, after Mundaka Upanishad is over. There, you can see this is an important Vakya. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Davaihi. Do you see that? Do you see in the screen?
Yes, Ji.
Tasmai Sahovacha Pitamagascha Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Davaihi. This is a very famous statement of Puja Swami. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Davaihi. What is Davaihi? That's not Davaihi. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. In some book, it is Avehi is given. In some book, Avaihi is given. But just now we saw it is Avehi. How it is Avaihi? You may ask. Avehi is Chandasam. It is Vaidika. Veda doesn't have to follow the rule. Okay. I mean, doesn't have to mean Veda. What Veda says, that is the rule. Veda is above rules. We only have to follow. Veda is above rules. So this is Avehi. Ava plus Ehi has become Avehi. In some books, it is given Avehi. In some books, it is given Avehi. So whichever you take. If it is Avehi, then it is in keeping with our rule. If it is Avaihi, then we can say it is Chandasam, it is Vaidika, no problem. In both ways, it is okay, right?
Mm.
If it is Vriddhi, then we would say, with regard to the Upanishad, we would say it is Chandasam, Vedic.
Mm.
Otherwise, if it is Avehi, then we would say it is in keeping with the rule, this rule. Omam Gosya, that is Sutram. The explanation of that is given here. When Om Shabda Nang Upasarga follows the Avarnanta, then both the Purva and Para will be replaced by the Pararupam. So here what you have to notice is Egi is a form of Indatu. Indatu, not only Indatu, Indatu with Upasarga, therefore it is different. Therefore, it is not just a form of Indatu. Of course, it is a form of Indatu with the Upasarga Ang. So, Angtum Asti. Egi iti kriyapadasya Angtum Asti. Angtum Ang is there. Therefore, Pararupa Sandhi will apply. We cannot do Vriddhi Sandhi. You have to note. Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
Guruji, one doubt.
Yes.
In what way this is different from Pararupa Sandhi 1, the Yengi Pararupa? That the last one, Ava plus Yehi.
Ava plus,
Yehi.
that is a form of the Dhatu. Yang Dhatu. Here it is Upasarga is there. Here it is specifically given Ang Upasarga. That's the thing. Here, where is Ang Upasarga? Yegi is there. Can you say this is Pararupa Sandhi? It's a good question. Avarnanta followed by Dhatu beginning with Yang letter. Dhatu beginning with the Yang letter. This is not just a Dhatu beginning with the Yang letter. This is a Dhatu with Upasarga Ang is there. It is not just a Dhatu form, Dhatu Rupa. Understand? This is not just a, see, what is a Dhatu Rupam? Ihi, not Yegi. That's what I told her, right? Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
The form of the Indatu is Ihi. It is not even Eng. Therefore, you cannot apply Engi Pararupa. Here, Upasarga is there. With Upasarga Ang is there. Therefore, you cannot apply Pararupa Sandhi. Number one, that is Engi Pararupam, you cannot apply. When Avarnanta Upasarga immediately followed by a Dhatu, where is Dhatu follows immediately? In that example, what I gave, this Dhatu follows. Rajaji, yes or no?
Yeah.
Dhatu doesn't follow. Ang is the one follows. Upasarga is that one follows, not Dhatu.
Okay.
Therefore, you cannot apply this. In these examples, you say, see, Ejate, Dhatu Rupam, Oshati, Dhatu Rupam, Elayati, Dhatu Rupam. All these are without Upasarga. When Upasarga is there, suppose, then you cannot apply this. Suppose, Ang Upasarga, if I add, A plus Ejate, what will happen? A plus A will become? A plus A is what Sandhi?
Vriddhi Sandhi.
Vriddhi
Vriddhi
Sandhi.
Sandhi.
Right.
Then it is I. The form is,
Yes.
that is A is
Sorry.
there, Upasarga is there in between. Therefore, you cannot apply. Anyway, that cannot be applied. Anyway, I'm just saying. Okay, you cannot, that Ang Upasarga is there in between. Therefore, you cannot apply Pararupa Sandhi here. So, that's why I given a split that into two and given Ang plus In. Ang is Upasarga added to the Dhatu, in Dhatu. So, therefore, here you have Pararupa Sandhi. That is number 4. So, Otu Shabda, Oshta Shabda, Om Shabda, Ang Upasargika. When this follows Avarnanta, Pararupa Siddhi. Omang, this is a sutra given by Panaya Maharshi himself. Whereas the other is a Vartika, Otu, Oshta, and Vartika. That is in the context of Samasa. This is not in the context of Samasa, this general context. Ava plus, Ava means Rakshatu. Avehi, Ava plus Ehi. Shiva, Ehi. Shiva. Shiva is an individual word. Yestapada. Ehi. Ehi means, please, that is lot lakara of Indatu. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. A plus A. Vriddhi is supposed to happen because the Egi has got ang. Therefore, Pararupam will apply. A plus A. Shive. Shivehi. Similarly, Ava plus Ehi. Avehi only, not Avehi. So this is Apavada to Vriddhi Sandhi.
Vriddhi Sandhi.
Okay. Don't confuse with the Indatu. This is a form of Indatu, but with Upasarga, therefore it is different. You remember the form of Indatu, that is Eti, Eshi, Emi, and Etru. When,
Yes.
when this follows Avarnanta Upasarga, then what will happen?
Vriddhi.
Vriddhi will happen.
Yes.
Why Vriddhi doesn't happen here? Here, this has got Upasarga is, therefore Vriddhi will not happen.
Upasarga.
Egi is a form of Indatu with Upasarga. Whereas
Upasarga.
Eti, Emi, Eshi, just form of Indatu. There,
Indatu.
Vriddhi will happen. All these things you have to write it, you have to go through this again. Only will register in your mind. Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
This is, see, we are discussing all this elaborately after completing all the basics rules. This is further rules. Then Pararupa Sandhi number 5. So you have to understand, Vriddhi is not as simple as we think. Pararupa is not simple as we think. So many things are there. Then Pararupa Sandhi number 5, that we know it very well. When Apadanta Akara, Rasva Akara, very important. Rasva Akara is there. And the two Akara at the end of not a Padam,
Not Padam.
followed by a Guna letter. A, E, O. Then both the Purva and Para will be replaced by Pararupam.
Pararupa.
Where do we apply this?
The derivation. Third, Anti.
Anti, very good. Pata plus Anti,
Patanti.
not Patanti. Apavada to Savarna Dirgha, Pata,
Savarna Dirgha.
Pararupa Sandhi. And in other place also we apply where? Where do we apply?
Patami.
Labate, labete, labante,
Labante.
labete, labadve. Then Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. What is that? Labe.
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 Laba. Labamahe.
A plus A. There also Pararupa Sandhi only.
Yes.
Right? The Pararupa Sandhi is applied there also. Atmanepadi, Pratyaya, if you see. Parasvaripadi form.
Yes, Guruji.
Atmanepadi Pratyaya is A, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Laba plus A plus A. Vriddhi will happen? No.
No.
Apadanta Akara followed by a Guna letter. Both will be replaced by the Pararupa. What is the Guna letter? Ato Gune. What is Gune? Okay, what the Gune is?
Saptami.
Saptami. Both follows, right?
Yep.
That's what I told.
Yes.
Saptami is that which follows. When Guna letter follows what?
Ato.
What is Ato?
Akara. Akara.
Ato is Akara. Follows the Rasva Akara. What vibhakti Ato?
Should be Panchami. No?
Shasht.
It is Panchami.
Panchami. Both are replaced.
Panchami and this is Saptami. Therefore, Purva Parayogo Sthane. Purva is Rasvakara, Paraha is Guna letter. Purva Parayogo Sthane, Pararupaha. What is
Pararupa.
Guna.
Gunaha,
Guna.
Adesha Bhavati. That's all. To Gune. Simple. Other words are not there. We have to supply. Other words comes as Anuvritti. It is not given in this. It will, Utram we will not see. You have to bring in those words as Anuvritti. You have to borrow those words from the previous sutra. That flows down. That's called Anuvritti. Ato Gune. Adantasya. Apadantasya. Apadantasya. Apadanta Akarasya. Uttarasya. Gune Pare. Purva Parayogosthane. Pararupaha Gunaha Adesha Bhavati. Now, fine. Now you tell me here. Now we are not saying Swarasandhi. We are saying the sandhi, what you know already, we have seen, done many practices before. Ato gune is there. Now you sandhi has happened here. You said this is Panchami. So Panchami means what should be the form?
Ataha.
Ataha.
Very good.
Atah.
What sandhi has happened?
Ataha.
Kar letter followed, Guruji.
Come on, Karlata, don't say.
Oh, sorry, not true. Kapachat.
Maybe
Sorry.
Karlata.
No. Sorry. 1 second. Hush letter.
Hush.
Guruji.
Yeah, yes, very good. Hush letter. Tell, complete. Who says?
Visarga replaced by U
Visarga
and followed by Guna.
Visarga.
Replaced by
It's
Ukara
by U
and then
and
Guna.
then Guna Sandhi will
Guna
happen.
happens.
Vikara is hush letter, right?
Hmm.
Vikara is a following letter, is hush letter. What letter should precede then the Visarga?
Akara.
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 Also
Akara.
Akara.
So
Hmm.
Visarga preceded by
Preceded by
followed by a consonant, then Visarga will be replaced by
Ukara
Ukara.
and then
Ukara.
Guna.
Visarga is nothing but we know it is room, right?
Mm.
It is room. Room means nothing but repa. The repa alone becomes Visarga, right? That room is replaced by U. Therefore, A plus U will become.
Oh,
That is
Guna.
what O
Guna.
is here. So therefore, if you do Sandhi Vicheda, what is the word then?
Ataha.
Ataha.
Ataha. Very good. It is
Ataha.
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 Gune. What is
Gune.
Ataha?
Gune.
Panchami Vibhakti.
Pancham.
Pancham.
What is the Pratipadikam? Ataha is
At.
Panchami. At. Like what
At.
Shabda?
Marut Shabda.
Marut Shabda.
Marut Shabda.
That is what it is. Marut Shabda. Marut, Maruto, Marutaha. If it different, Panchami will be Marutaha.
Marutaha.
So, Marutaha, the word is there in 4 places in Marut Shabda. But here, what Vibhakti you have to take as Panchami? We cannot take it as Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam. We cannot take it as Dvitiya Vibhakti Bhagavachanam. We cannot take Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam. We have to take it as Panchami Ekavachanam. Because Purva Parayogo is there. Purva is Panchami. Para is Saptami. In the place of both preceding and succeeding, Pararupaha will be the Adesha. Therefore, Ato Gune, Ataha is Panchami. Pratipadikam is At. At means what?
Akara alone.
Akara only.
Only Rasvakara. That is with Takara is. Takara limits the vowel only to that kala, only, that matra also. Only that matra only. Kevalam Rasvakaraha eva. No dirga, etc. included. That's Ato Gune. That is why the sutram Ato Gune is there. Understand?
Yes.
This rule also we are going to see that. I mean, anyway, we have seen that already. Okay, sorry. That's Gandhi. It is going to be covered here. We'll have a revision. In case if you have doubts, you can clarify. So this with this Swara Sandhi is done. Almost all the vowel sandhis are covered. So what you have to do is you have to pay attention to this Pararupa Sandhi. And Vriddhi Sandhi. Many form exceptions and other things are there. You have to go through this.
Yes.
Any doubts you have, please ask.
Oh, we are working, Guruji.
You have to go through this. This is
Like
complete.
2-3 times I go through your recordings and write down.
Yes, please go through that again and again till
Yeah.
you we will do a letter that one objective type test is there. We can do it.
Yes, Guruji, we'll do that.
Then
definitely.
next one, I will start this. I won't be able to complete this, but let me start. This is little complicated. But this also will cover. Prakriti Bhavaha. The word itself tells you Prakriti means that which is in the natural state. Bhavaha, state. So it is, as it is, it will be there. It means no sandhi will happen. That's what Prakriti Bhavaha. Swabhavena avastitihi. Swabhavena means that it is in the Swabhava as it was, it will continue to be. Swabhavena avastitihi Prakriti Bhavaha. Even though the situation calls for sandhi application, but it will not happen. Those situations, those sandhi is called Prakriti Bhavaha. Nimitta Satyapi Sandhi Karya Abhavaha. Even though the nimitta, the cause for sandhi, is there, nimitte sati api sandhikaryam na bhavati. Sandhikarya abhavaha prakriti bhavaha. So prakriti bhava is the place where sandhi supposed to happen, will not happen. When? That's what we are going to see. There are different prakriti bhava. Main is two. Okay, there are only two, not main, sorry, many. Only two are there. All these can be covered under this. One is Pluta Prakriti Bhavaha. Other one is Prakrigya Prakriti Bhavaha. That is why we say in Pluta, in Sandhi context, when Pluta letter is a Sandhi will not happen. Why we say? Because of Prakriti Bhava. What is Pluta? That elongated vowel, right? More than two
More than
matra,
two.
3 matra.
More than 2 matras.
Followed by H. Hey Rama. 3 matras are there, more than 2. Followed Atra, Agacha, suppose if you say. A plus Rama is A. A plus A, Sandhi should happen. Rama, no. Rama is Pluta. So when Pluta followed by H, it will result in Prakriti Bhava. It means no Sandhi will happen. Yagyadatta. A is elongated. Pluta. Anayatu. Bring it. A plus A. Will Sandhi happen? No. It is remains as it is. That is why in all our Sandhi context, we have seen what we have seen before. We have never considered Pluta at all. Because when Pluta followed by H, no Sandhi can happen. It remains as it is. That is why always we take Rasvakara, Dirghakara only. We never take Pluta Akara. Because it is going to be Prakriti Bhavaha, Sabhavena Avastitihi, Nimite Satyapi, Sandhikarya Bhavaha. So that's called Pluta. This is one type of Prakriti Bhava where the letter involved is Pluta. Okay, this is Pluta Prakriti Bhavaha. Second one is Pragrigya Prakriti Bhavaha. Pragrigyam, the word Pragrigyam is a sanya, it's a name. There are many sanyas out there, as I told before. Kritrima sanya, Akritrima sanya. This is one sanya. Pragrigyam. What is Pragrigyam? I have given here as a note. Ikarantam, Ukarantam, Ekarantam cha Dvivachanam Pragrigyam bhavati. What do you understand by this statement?
Any dvivachana
dirgha.
words starting with ikara, ukara,
With
ekara.
Antam,
Antam, ending.
Ending letter.
What is, say it more clearly.
If the letters ends E, U, A, then the dvivachanam will be
Dvivachanam.
Prakriyam Bhavati.
Dvivachanantam. Dvivachanam means Dvivachanantam. What is Dvivachanam? Dual number. 2.
Dvivachanam.
Ikarantam is
Ending in dirgha.
Ending with
ending with
dirgha.
Ending with
Dirgha Ikara.
Ikara.
Can you tell one word?
Nadi.
Nadi.
Yeah. But Dvivachanam should be
No,
that.
Which means no
Dvivachanam is
Dvivachanam. Nadi is Ekavachanam.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Dati,
Sorry?
we studied.
Dadini only. Okay.
Yes.
That is okay. That's good. Dadini.
Hari.
Dadini.
Yes, that is good.
Hari.
Hari Shabda,
Hari.
simple. You take
Hari.
Harihi.
Hari.
Hari.
Arayaha, right?
Guru,
Similarly,
Guru.
Guru.
Guravaha. That is there. Even Dadi also okay. Dadini.
Madhu.
Ikaranta, Maduni. Maduni. Okay, that also is it. So, Ikaranta Dvivachanam. Ukaranta Dvivachanam. Can you tell one Ekaranta Dvivachana form? You know it. Dvivachanam ending with Ekara. Dirgha. Ekara. Ekara is only Dirgha only. What is that?
Rame.
Exactly. Rama Rame. Rama Rame. Ramaha. Ramam Rame. Ramaha. In Sambodhana also it is there. E Rame. E Rame.
Rame.
So Akaranta Rama Shabda ending with Not only here, many places it will be there. Where? Pala Shabda also. Palam Pale.
Pale.
Yes.
So those words are called by the name Pragrihyam. So Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Aikaranta, Dvivachana Rupam Pragrihyam iti Katyate. Understand?
Okay.
So Hari is Pragrihyam.
Progress.
Guru is
Progression.
Pragrihyam.
Okay.
Pale is
Pale.
Pragrihyam. The
Pragrihyam.
Shabda is Pragrihyam. Please note. Okay. Not the Anta. Rame Pragrihyam. So Pragrihyam followed by Ach. It means, example, you see, Kavihi, Kavi, Kavi plus Etau. What is supposed to happen? E plus A.
Yeah.
Yen
Yan
Sandhi, right?
Sandhi will happen.
That will not happen. Yen Sandhi, I have written here itself. Yen Sandhi is supposed to happen.
Yes.
That
Yes.
will not happen. Kavi plus
Kavyatau.
Etau is Kavi Etau. Don't do Sandhi. We are, in all our exercises, if you see, we have seen before, we would have never done this. This is Pragrigya, Prakriti Bhavaha. Pragrigyam, Kavi, followed by the verbal, remains as it is. No Sandhi, euphonic maintenance. As it is there, that will be made. No combination will happen. Similarly, Agni plus Iti. Agni Iti only. Don't do Sandhi. Vayu, 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 Vayu Iti. Then Male Atra Ekarantarupam. A plus A. What's supposed to happen? A is
Ayari Sandhi.
Padanta Yeng, Mala Male, followed by Rasvakara. Pururupa Sandhi supposed to happen, right? That will not happen.
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
So all these are Apavada. Apavada to Yen Sandhi, Savana Dirgha Sandhi, Pururupa Sandhi. This is called Pragrigya Sandhi. Pragrigya Prakriti Bhavaha. This is also a type of Sandhi where Sandhi doesn't happen. Okay. Sandhi doesn't happen, therefore it's a type of Sandhi. You can call, no problem. So Prakriti Bhavaha, Pragrigya Pluta. Pluta Pragrigya Bhavaha, where Pluta followed by Ach. Pragrigyam followed by Ach is Pragrigya Prakriti Bhavaha. So you know what is Pragrigyam? Sanya, you have to remember. Note. But anyway, there is some exception is there. You can see Ami plus Ashramaha. This is all exception, okay? Even though Ami is what? What is Ami? What is Ami? I given 1-3. It means what?
Bahuvachanam.
Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam, right?
Bahuvachanam.
Yes.
What is the Pratipadikam? Others. Asau, Amu, Ami, the Shabda. Asau Adityaha, that is Adityaha, Suryaha, other Shabda. In the very basic class, at the beginning time we have seen. Remember 4 pronouns. One is Tat, Tat Shabda, Etat Shabda, Idam Shabda, Adas Shabda. Remember these 4. When do you use Etat Shabda? When it is very close.
Close.
And Idam Shabda when it is close.
Close.
And Asav Shabda, Tat Shabda when it is far away.
Far
You have to use. And that is Parokshe Tat Vijaniyat. When it is Paroksha, not in the vicinity, but somewhere else, we use Tat Shabda. That's what we have seen. Remember? Taditi Parokshe Vijaniya. Idamastu Sannikrishtam Samipa Vartarati. Etado Rupam Adasastu Vipraprishtaha. Taditi Parokshe Vijaniya. We have seen the slokam also. When did we see? The beginning. Very beginning. Maybe in the first 30-20 classes, that time we saw. Others Shabda I would have mentioned, which this is not required now. We will see later. Anyway, if you remember that, fine. If you don't remember also, it is okay. Leave it. No problem. It means others means that. That is called others. And that can be declined in all the gender. Pullinga, Srilinga, Napumsakalinga. Now, in Pullinga, if you decline Asau, Amu, Avi, that's a Shabda. You have Shabda Manjari with you? Please take it.
Yes.
Yes,
In
Guruji.
Shabda Manjari, this Shabda is there. If possible, if you can memorize, you memorize. I would appreciate if you memorize. In fact, all the Shabda, if you memorize whole Shabda Manjari, it is good only. It's good only, yes. It is, why should I object? Please do it. Then, in that other Shabda, Sarvanama Shabda, please see. I'm showing in the screen. Others Shabda. In the language, we don't use, but in the Veda, Vedika, it is there. But language also it is used, but not much. Generally, we use Tat Shabda, Etat Shabda, that. But this is also it is there. Do you see screen? Sakarantaha, Pullingaha, Adas Shabdaha, Aso, Amu, Ami, Amum, Amu, Amun, Amuna, Amubhyam, Ami Bihi, Amushmai. In Sankalpa and all, we would have given Amushmai means you have to fill it up. Amuna, by that, by this person. Okay. Amushmai, Amubhyam, Amibhyaha, Amushmat, Amubhyam, Amibhyaha. This is Pullinga. Similarly, Strilinga also. Aso, Amu, Amuhu. In Pullinga, it is Ami, Bhagavachanam. In Strilinga, it is Amuhu. Amum, Amu, Amuhu. Amuna, Amubhyam in Pullinga. Here, Amuya, Amubhyam, Amubihi. Amushay, Amubhyam. It's not difficult. Pullinga, Strilinga, almost same. Only in Ekavachanam, there is a difference. Similarly, Napumsakalinga. Napumsakalinga is Adaha, Amu, Amuni, Adaha, Amu, Amuni. Do you see the screen?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Yes, Guru.
Where do you see Adaha? We see Adaha.
Dvivachanam,
Yes.
Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
No,
And
that is.
Pradama Vibhakti also.
Pratama.
I'm not asking that.
Mm.
We see the word Adaha very, very frequently. In fact, every class we see. Every class we use the word Adaha.
At Guruji, it becomes just Vividi happens.
No, all Kalpana. Nothing happens. Adaha, the word we use every class. Can anyone say what is that word? Adaha. Every class I'm saying, invariably every class we use Adaha. We say that.
Chant.
Purnamadaha. Purnamidam.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
Purnamadaha? Adaha Purnam. That is Purnam. This is Adaha. Purnam idam. This is Purnam. That Purnamadaha. That is not Purnamadaha. Purnamidam. Purnat. That Adaha Purnam. That is Purnam. Purnam idam. Idam Purnam. That is Adaha. Napumsakalinga. Adaha Amuni. It is used, yeah, but we never focus. Purnam Adaha. Okay, now coming back here. This Ami is it Dvivachanam? No. It is
Bahuvachanam.
Pullinga Bhagavachanam. Ami plus Ashramaha. What happens here? Yen Sandhi doesn't happen. This is an extension of Pragrigya Baba to Ami. You can note. Extension of Pragrigya Baba even to 1-3 of other Shabda. That is why I given this specifically. Not that much is enough. Similarly, Aho Atra Bhavan, one example. Aho plus Atra. Aho is Sambodhana. I mean, sorry, it's Avya. Aho is, it is Sambodhana only. It's calling. Aho or exclamatory. Aho iti. Aho plus Atra. Aho plus Pururupa Sandhi is supposed to happen, but it will not happen. Here also Prakriti Bhava is maintained. Please note. When the word Aho is there, Prakriti Bhava is maintained. Similarly, A evannu manyase. A evannu manyase. Here A is Ang Upasarga. Ang is there. Evannu manyase. Here also A plus A, I will not happen. It is maintained as it is. All this because by this sutram only. I'm not getting into that. It's not so important. So just leave it. A is Nipata, Nipata Ekach, Anang. Anyway, just note is a note only. Only this much is enough. Let us not get into that. Otherwise, I have to explain in detail. That will not require. This is all the places where Prakriti Bhava is maintained. That much you know. There are two types of Prakriti Bhava, Pluta and Prakriti. Okay. So this is extension of Prakriti Bhava, even though it is not Vivachanam like Ami, it is maintained. And it is for Aho. Similarly, it is for A. A evam namanyase. A evam namanyase vriddhi will not happen. Okay, only this much. This example only you understand, that is enough. More than that, more on this only when we study Sutram, that time will be clear. So therefore, we will not focus on this much now. Then Prakriti Bhava itself, there are certain things are there which will be little confusing. We will see. We will see that in the next class. Okay. This is Prakriti Bhava. In fact, this Prakriti Bhava extension is, even if you don't study now, it's not a problem because that will come in Samasa context, etc. But anyway, it is there. I will explain what it is. The next class we will do. Okay. So any doubts, please ask. Yes.
No, Guruji.
No,
Okay.
Guruji.
Guruji.
So I've introduced two sanyas. You can note. One is T sanya. You will see the usage of that in Atmanepadi derivation, the Pratyaya derivation. You will see. And other one is Prakriti. See, I tell you what it is. The T, even though it is not much required now, just I will tell you what it is. You see the screen, right? Atmanepadi Pratyata is that.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
What is the T letter?
Akara.
Akara.
Takara plus A is that, right? That is the T letter. Fine. Similarly, Atam is that. What is the T letter?
Akara and Makara.
Am is, right?
Am.
Similarly, Atham. What is the T letter?
Am.
What is the T letter for Dhvam? What is the T letter for Vahi?
E.
And for Mahi? E.
E.
Replace the T letter by A for Lat Lakara. If you replace E, that T letter by E, what you will have for first one? Replace T letter by A.
Te.
Te. Replace T letter for Atham by
Ate.
Ate. Then Atham will become,
Athe.
Athe.
Dhvam will become,
Dve.
Dve.
Vahi will become,
Vahe.
Vahe.
Mahi will become.
Mahe.
That is what has happened in the Atmanepadi Rupam, right? What is Atmanepadi? Te, Ate, Ante, right? Then say, that is the difference. Say, Ate, Dve.
Dve.
And what about E also? E also, E is only one letter, which is the first and the last. Therefore, E will be a letter. Be replaced by A
A.
or A. That is what you see here. Te, Ate, Ante, leave it. That's also I can tell you. Is say, Ate, Dve, Ye, Vahe, Mahe. This is what has happened. Lat Lakara from the original Pratyaya, the T letter of the original Pratyaya replaced by A. Right? Similarly, here T, thus is there. For the Lot Lakara, it will be replaced by U. Therefore, 2, etc. will come. Anyway, that we will see later.
Okay.
This is how the connection is.
Okay, good.
Therefore, the Sanya, what you learned, be useful. All the Sanya you have to remember.
Yep.
Now, Adaha Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। धन्यवादः। नवादः, you know where it is.
Yes,
Yes,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Yes.
Dhanyawad.
Frequently.
Dhanyavad Guruji. Guruji, can I make a small request, please?
Yes.
Dhanyawad,
The
Guruji.
notes that you have been sending to us, is it possible for me to get the Word document? Sometimes I want to add my Telugu things into that by typing.
I'm sending word only.
No, they are becoming, I'm not able to open and write anything into that. It's PDF.
Okay.
I could not open and add anything into that. And also while printing, sometimes there is a lot of gap between the pages.
Yes.
So I thought I could reduce the gap so that the printing will be